Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. Today we're going to explore the vast range of cryptocurrencies and financial topics, including XRP and Ripple. Having stated that, let's simply get started and start with this post from XRP Drops. Triangular was quoted because he discussed traditional payment systems and how they are slowing down as transaction volume is rising greater than before. All signs suggest that Malaysia will convert to a contactless society sooner than anticipated. Beyond this, we do witness XRP dips reacting, referencing it and stating that Triangle connects your organization to the world via Ripple's on-demand liquidity. This is essential to note because hey, for people out there wondering where the hell is all the XRP use case potential, right here it is, right? When you consider that over $3 billion will be processed in 2022. Along with 11 million transactions, Triangular is already tapped into through on-demand liquidity. By the way, this is a small figure. This won't have a direct effect on the price of XRP, because we already know that trades for billions of dollars every day and every week. So we already know that this will have a direct effect on the pricing. But as you process 10, 20, 3,000 and 40, 50, or even $100 billion, you start to perceive a little bit of an effect. I'm looking forward to the time when Ripple and XRP are processing trillions of dollars annually. It is the real-time payments that bridge financial boundaries in more than 70 different nations. Look at this, your company is connected to the globe of Triangle. Leading B2B cross-border payments center Triangular was on a mission to make payments accessible and inclusive to all people. Our technologies and network are utilized for transactions by thousands of well-renowned financial service firms as Ripple, TNG Digital, BigPay, and Singtel. From sites in Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, the UK, and the UAE, a workforce of more than 260 employees providing service on a worldwide scale. The objectives of 8% real-time payments, over $3 billion handled, and 11 million transactions were reached in 2022, as a result of our aid in bridging financial barriers across more than 70 nations. Triangular Connect is apparent as well. Real-time payments arise in working capital thanks to Ripple's on-demand liquidity as single API connection. 5,000 plus payment partners in 70 plus countries and rapid payout support for it can all be viewed here. Triangular recharging is also evident there at the bottom. Where Ripple really shines is on Connect, Recharge. I'm not sure if Ripple is tied to Recharge in any way. But we do know that they are working on the primary project Triangular Connect. But what about after this? My key topic for discussion with you guys is demand liquidity in general. Actually, the Flash payments and FlashX themes that we previously addressed given us some insight for this shot up flip the chain. The CEO recently highlighted consumers being aware of or inquiring about demand, liquidity, and currency destinations that are open as well as what the impending ones are. They are eager. Banks, organizations, and payment gateways are among them. This will enable you to compete. Look at this, how many audio currency destinations are open right now, even with all the announcements and everything? And what are the next ones? They are impatient consumers, or these are corporations. We also use payment gateways or other third-party banks. Just sort of glance, yes, we figured this remedy, we should launch you audio destinations as soon as practical, because doing so will make all the difference in our ability to compete in an established market. Beyond this, we are already aware that the level of on-demand liquidity has been rising recently. Because of recent reports, we are aware of this. How we'll go all the way back, rewind to April 5 of this year when Pizzo and Ripple transacted $3.3 billion between Mexico and the US using XRP, which is, by the way, a live exchange that uses on-demand liquidity and has been doing so for a while. They've established themselves as a well-known name in the on-demand liquidity market since I believe the beginning of 2019. We can even detect that tens of billions of dollars in payments are made annually throughout the US-Mexico corridor. Treasury is what we mean to say, you name it, but it's a process. $3.3 billion of that total and cryptocurrencies with Ripple and others last year. This has practical application. In addition, we found that Ripple payments grew momentum while XRP saw an incredible 700% surge in capital inflows. Additionally, this dates from only last month, September 25th. This isn't using Pizzo either, actually this is using Bitstamp. However, two significant participants pushing XRP on-demand liquidity transactions and inflows are Bitstamp and Pizzo. The driving force behind this is them, because everything is so evident, we already know how much they have been moving. And this year alone, as well as the preceding few months, there has been a substantial amount of XRP in circulation. But the reason I bring this up is because Bitsa is leveraging on-demand liquidity, which has fundamentally changed the game. On-demand liquidity has my absolute support. After you test it, you might witness how swiftly money moved while just costing you cents. The partnership with Ripple is vital. Consider this regional expansion as a group is highly significant. And using OTL for me as a client is full, at least modify the game creating. It's also one that you've tested. Due to the fact that no one has shared his tale with me. I usually claim to be ODL biggest admirer. It's as though I did that on my own and got something in return. You notice that you screens and how rapidly money flows, and then in less than a minute, you got the money you needed to transfer, but I've been accustomed to doing so over the course of a week. From a customer aspect has been a lovely experience. And for us, the relationship with Ripple now cost you cents on the dollar and is so instant. It's just so significant and essential to our business. Now, from a business standpoint, we are really exploring growing together in the area. And once more, you are aware that this is the objective of using blockchain, right? I mentioned this 100 times, but once you tap into blockchain, and you see how swiftly things truly run, that's what verifies it. This is especially true when you compare the efficiency to the traditional world of finance. The conventional financial sector is already out of date, and we already know that all of the money from the traditional sector will shortly go to this region. Keep in mind that they were tapped in 2019, they are sending tremendous sums of money for their remittance flows, and we are aware of this. We are aware that they are moving a lot more money now than ever before. In addition, Bitso established itself as the first GFSC-accredited DLT exchange in Latin America. With this license, Bitso was in fact positioned to become one of the most cutting-edge and consumer-focused financial service providers, and LM. And as of right now, we know that Bitscope has also grown into a large market leader in exchange services. It's not like they're in the top 10, top 15, or anything. But even if they are just number 44, it's vital to know that BitGo's moving much more than $39 million in a 24-hour trading volume. Additionally, they receive approximately 170,000 visits each week, and it's vital to understand that there is currently virtually minimal interest in cryptocurrency. Beyond this though, one of the most significant things I see behind these on-demand liquidity providers is that as we start to see more of them tapped in and as we start to see more and more expansion on the forefront of, for example, Train Low, we can see the volume behind XRP growing up, and you start to see a lot more demand when you start to see that volume increasing through on-demand liquidity. Guess what happens when you mix that supply with the demand that XRP has? You are now beginning to notice a significant surge in value. In addition, we are well aware that Triangle Flow has been extending the usage of Ripple and on-demand liquidity for some time. This major announcement of on-demand liquidity being made available in 25 payment corridors and gates all the way back to 2022. Furthermore, a large proportion of these corridors are high-value, incredibly massive movers. And because it's beginning out slowly, I'm rather keen to see a fast mass adoption has not yet occurred. But since Ripple kind of bought 40% investment in Triangle, we already know that it's a wonderful illustration of a domino effect because of its ongoing development. And they also emphasized a 100% total increase in growth rate of their volumes due to on-demand liquidity, which I did show in a video lately. Aside from this, what really fascinates me about this is how quickly technology is advancing and how major actors like banks, enterprises, and payment gateways can't wait because they know the necessity of on-demand liquidity. I'm not sure if these stats still hold true now, but we do know that it was believed that SWIFT transferred $5 trillion in funds daily on average, that is a big lot of money. Now, given that SWIFT does have 11,000 large financial institutions connected to its network, that wouldn't surprise me. We are aware that Ripple did have more than 300 at one point. Beyond that, we already know that SWIFT is a rather out-of-date piece of technology. So I would love to know how many individuals are behind Ripple in terms of anything like an NDA. They are currently attempting to implement blockchain technology, but I still believe they're years away. Even then, what are they going to use to settle disputes the same way that Ripple settles disputes with XRP? In other words, where's the bridge currency growing around SWIFT? However, the reason I bring this up is because $5 trillion is being spent every day. When you put that in perspective, Triangular was moving around $3 billion a year, you realize how substantial that number is. This is a bucket of water droplets. But according to a report from the ECB, they were referring to the apex of international payments, and there isn't a lot of scrolling required. This is a major breakdown. I mean, if you look at this, we'll notice that there are far over 50 pages of papers. You only need to visit the first page sharing the abstract and breaking things down. The solution that makes cross-border payments quick, affordable, accessible to all, and paid in a safe settlement medium is what we see as the holy grail of cross-border payments at this time. The search for a solution to this problem predates both international trade and the resulting obligation to pay using modernized correspondent banking, emerging cross-border fintech solutions, Bitcoin global stable coins, interconnected instant payment systems with an FX conversion layer, and interconnected CBDC with an FX conversion layer. This paper presents current visions regarding how to someday find this holy grail during the next 10 years. Each settlement mechanism's workings are detailed, and an evaluation of its potential to be the pinnacle of cross-border payments is given. When you actually read this entire research, they don't really reach a meaningful conclusion regarding which of these is the mythological object. The IMF and banking elites have argued the Holy Grail is an asset that could settle just about anything or function as a bridge currency in a decentralized form. According to important videos addressing them, XRP and XLM are the only two actual currencies mentioned as stable coins for cross-border payments in this research, according to a World Bank document, which I'm sure you guys are all aware of this time. Everything here is from the World Bank. Again, we don't know if XRP is the Holy Grail. But based on what we have witnessed from testing by all the important parties and documentation that is accessible, in my opinion, is a fairly safe bet to imply that XRP may very well be the Holy Grail, and that XRP is the Holy Grail. Again, it's just me speculating, I might be off, but we are conscious of the fact that things are evolving, including SWIFT. We are aware of the tremendous changes the entire financial system is going through, and I certainly believe that the DLT and blockchain are leading the way in this. I also feel that it would be naive of us to dismiss the growth we are already experiencing outside of these documents on the on-demand liquidity side of things. There is evidence right on the on-demand liquidity side of things, we are experiencing significant growth. And I feel that this trend will only get worse. Since liquidity is so scarce globally at the present, I believe there is a very high need for instant payments as well as on-demand liquidity. Therefore, liquidity is a key area of concern at the moment, particularly on the institutional side of things. But I believe that this is something that we should study. I believe there is a need. I feel that demand will only increase going forward. Guess what else isn't extending the XRP supply, consequently? If demand on the ODSL side of things becomes significantly, XRP will experience a significant and with that combined with demand from institutions, the retail business and the XRP ledger. I honestly feel that XRP is ready for substantial adoption as well as significant price swings. With that mentioned, I genuinely hope you people appreciated my video. If you did, please give it a like and sign up for notifications. See you soon, bye.